Rip-a-ting ping and a rip-a-ting pong. Rip it. Rip-a-ting ping and a rip-a-ting pong. Felony Friday! It's Felony Friday. Rip it. All right. What's up, everybody? Welcome.
A citizen, and that alone speaks volumes to her legitimacy of relationships that matter. So when the community believes and trust their police departments and their law enforcement agencies, they work cooperatively. And so she will speak directly to that situation. I want to thank all of our partners who are present, because truly they were all out there as a team. So from ATF to FBI to our own police department, our violent offender warrant squad, our own violent crimes team that is a specialty team that we call VCATE, of course, our partners in the state police, obviously our partners with the sheriff and the Orleans Sheriff's Office, and also our U.S. Marshal is going to speak to you in a minute. I know HSI is present, and also Jefferson Parish has always been a great partner to us. So many, many thanks to you. We still have one more. We have Groves. And so Groves knows that we are going to capture you. You will be taken into custody, but you still have the option to peacefully turn yourself in. And we will make an appeal to you to do so. All of these captures have been able to be done peacefully, and that is also the end of the game. We don't want anyone hurt. Not our own officers, and certainly not Mr. Groves. So the opportunity is there at any time to turn yourself in. And as I had spoken to the fact a couple of weeks ago, we do have the public defender is ready to meet you and to be with you from the very moment you choose to turn yourself in. And then Darlene, who's the face of Crimestoppers, will also have the opportunity to make her appeal and to give the Crimestoppers number. So with that, I am going to go ahead and turn this over to our U.S. Marshal for our area. This is going to be Chief Walter Ivy. And then after Chief Ivy, I know that Director Harper will call people to the podium. And then probably after him will be from our Colonel Robert Hodges. So Chief Ivy, please come to the podium and share with you about the event of today.
Good afternoon. I'm Walter Martin. I'm the Chief Deputy U.S. Marshal here in New Orleans, the Eastern District of Louisiana. Thank you all for coming. I want to start by thanking the men and women who have been working tirelessly to not only arrest Mr. Massey, but the previous fugitives, as well as those that have helped in Mr. Massey and the others evade the capture, and who have brought the others into custody. And I also want to thank the men and women who are working hard to find Mr. Groves. They will continue to work hard. As the chief said, we'd appreciate if Mr. Groves turns himself in, but at the same time, we're not going to stop. We're going to continue on, and just like we found Mr. Massey today, we will find Mr. Groves. We'll continue our efforts. We are thankful, too, that Mr. Massey came out and there was no problems today. He was arrested around 3:30 this afternoon here in New Orleans.
Okay.
That's all I got.
Colonel Hodges.
Good evening, everyone. Colonel Robert Hodges, Superintendent, Louisiana State Police. As everyone knows, today marks the 6th week of the escape, and it's through the partnership of the men and women and the leaders behind me and those who are not present but still working, as Chief Ivy stated, that we owe the credit to. This is truly has been from day one a joint operation. Although led by Louisiana State Police, our federal partners, the FBI, the ATF, Homeland Security Investigations, the U.S. Marshals, Secret Service, as well as our local partners, New Orleans Police Department, the Orleans Sheriff's Office, the Jefferson Parish Sheriff's Office, and our other state agencies, probation and parole, many of those, as well as our Department of Corrections, everyone has really given an incredible amount of resources. It's through our resilience and, more importantly, our collaboration is why we were able to bring Mr. Massey into custody today. But let's not lose sight. One still remains, Derrick Groves, and without the public's help, I appeal to everyone to please reach out, contact Crimestoppers, contact the ATF or the FBI. The collective reward remains at $50,000 for that fugitive, and it's imperative for the safety of this community and all of Louisiana that you reach out to us. Those who have continued to help and aid, which includes Antoine Massey, those will also be brought to justice. As I've said previously, there are consequences for your actions. And when you help and aid and assist those to remain at large as a risk to the community, you will be charged accordingly. We look forward to the opportunity in the day when Mr. Groves is taken into custody. We would like it to be peacefully. We encourage him and anyone who knows him to reach out to any of the agencies that you see here. You can remain anonymous, but we need your help. And collectively, we will not rest, even if it takes another 6 days or another 6 weeks, until the last fugitive is in custody. Thank you.
Okay. HSI representative?
So I just want to, I guess, reiterate our commitment to our partners here, to public safety here, for the community in New Orleans. We're all very excited that Antoine Massey's in custody now, and we'll continue working alongside each of you to ensure that we bring Groves to custody too. Thank you.
Sheriff Hudson?
Okay, good afternoon. I am grateful to stand here with our law enforcement partners. Chief Kirkpatrick and I shared a moment this afternoon when she called me to talk about the press conference, just about the relief about having Antoine Massey into custody. 9 of 10 escapees, we've got 1 more to go. Like all of our law enforcement partners, I call on Derrick Groves to do the right thing and turn himself in. This is a major step forward in our efforts to restore order and accountability after this serious incident. I want to thank our community for reaching out to me personally to provide the information directly leading to Antoine Massey's capture. As soon as I received this information, I reached out to our detectives who are a liaison to the state police, the Attorney General, the NOPD, and the United States Marshals Task Force. They've set the actions in motion, which led to his capture. I want to extend my deepest gratitude to all of the folks up here and our partners up here. I have to give a special thanks to our deputies, of course, who coordinated and worked together to make this happen. But we're grateful to this community, as both Chief and the Colonel both said. Together, we made this happen, and I'm grateful. I also want our community to know that OPSO continues to harden and modernize the facility. That is well underway. We're installing new razor wire, tightening physical barriers, upgrading locking mechanisms. These all play an important role in the safety of our residents, staff, and the entire community. These are just the first steps in a very urgent plan, and we can't do it alone, and we call on all of our partners to help make sure that the investment needed here is done. So again, thank you all for your hard work and your partnership, and we look forward to getting Mr. Groves in custody.
Okay. We're going to take some questions. Kind of full. We'll start with you.
Hi, sorry, I'm back here and I'm short. So in the Holly Grove area, we were able to talk to the owner of the property who said it was an Airbnb. Do we know if this one was he assisted in renting that Airbnb?
So let's have the Colonel speak to that.
So right now, obviously, we're still questioning Mr. Massey and others who were aiding and assisting him, and we don't have any comment regarding specific details, but it's pretty obvious over the last 6 weeks to remain a fugitive that long. He had assistance, he had help. Whether or not it was someone helped him with the Airbnb, we would have to think yes, but who and all those things will be determined later. And I would just encourage the public, you think you're helping your family members and your friends, but you're not. You're putting everyone else at risk for selfish reasons, and please, do not continue to do that. with our remaining fugitive, Derrick Groves, and those who assisted Mr. Massey will have consequences for their actions.
Can y'all take us through the timeline of how long it was from when you got the tip to when he was recaptured?
What is all that noise?
I think the sheriff, if you can do the timeline and then Chief Dan here.
Oh my God.
So I would say and then 3 on, it was Memorial Day, if y'all recall, 1 in Baton Rouge and 2 in Texas. We still believe today that we will find these, and it's due to the resilience of law enforcement. It's a lot of good police work coupled with investigative tools and technology and the state-of-the-art equipment that we use to help us. And, you know, we can't do it alone. We need the court's help. I failed to mention earlier, our Eastern District of Louisiana, our U.S. Attorney's Office is very helpful to us, as well as all our judicial districts in and around the state that provide us the assistance and grant and honor our requests for state or federal warrants, which helps further these cases. They take time, they take patience, and we just ask the public to continue to trust law enforcement, and that we will eventually locate Mr. Groves.
Okay. Thank you all for coming out. We appreciate
Wait,
it.
I have one more question.
Okay, we'll wrap it up.
Reese, I have a question. Did the tip come directly to the sheriff, or did it come through Crimestoppers? I'm sorry, can we just clarify that a little bit?
Yeah, it came directly to me.
Okay. So did they just like call you up?
I'm not going to give any information about
Did they get
that.
the $50,000?
I'm sorry.
Did they get the
I'm not
$50,000 reward?
involved in.
Look, just so everybody understands, the reward remains $50,000. Of course, it's a combination through Crimestoppers, through ATF and FBI, and certainly if they reach out to one of those hotlines, those tip lines, they are eligible for that reward. But I don't want to go into the details. I don't think we just standing right there outside the residence and handing out a check. It remains anonymous, and Crimestoppers does an incredible job. Darlene and her team, and all those who take the calls round the clock. And it is available. I don't know, you know, the process, but I'm certain in days to come, if they had called Crimestoppers, but I'm going to leave it to Darlene. Come on.
Darlene, you can share the number with people because we are vetting every tip through Crimestoppers. And it's about how many now?
We've had over probably now 1,200 original tips and several thousand that are follow-ups.
Yeah.
And I can only speak to the fact that we did receive a tip today, which I understood led to the arrest of Mr. Massey. So we'll be working with our partners, the U.S. Marshals, and on the Crimestoppers portion. And if that is the qualifying tip, again, our tips are anonymous, so we don't know who they might have spoke to or where they came from. It is an anonymous tip, and we don't ask those questions. As far as the FBI's reward process, we will certainly point them to that direction so that they can then work through that process for the additional $20,000. And it's the number, you know it. It's 822-1111, or go online to crimestoppersgno.org. And yes, we encourage anyone with information on Mr. Groves. Y'all have been calling. We're getting tips daily on the 2 inmates. You know, continue. And thank you to law enforcement. Yeah. Incredible work.
You know, $50,000 is life-changing for a lot of people. It'd be life-changing for me. So let's make sure that people understand that. You have information, it leads to an arrest like today. That's $50,000 minimum that we've already committed to, okay?
Go ahead. Yeah, and can you speak a little bit more to those Instagram posts that Massey allegedly made? You know, was that him making the post? Was that someone else? Will those lead to any arrests?
You know, go ahead and speak to it. It's still under investigation.
Look, we have a lot of posts, a lot of social media, as y'all know, and some things are dated. Everything that we see online, our Fusion Center, our law enforcement partners, it's vetted, it's collaborated, but keep in mind, by the time you see it, someone else has already seen it. You don't know the exact time and date. You don't, but we do. And so just like when they move from home to home or neighborhood to neighborhood throughout the city or throughout the state, they're constantly moving. So it's actionable intelligence, and it's only good for a short amount of time. So to answer your question, we confirm all of the social media posts, regardless of the platform. We utilize that as an investigative lead, and then if we can move further that, we do. And I think sometimes it helps us, but sometimes it really just excites the public, and maybe it's a good piece for you all. But I just want to close with this. I know it's going to be asked, but I'll go ahead and voice it to you all. Mr. Massey, once we finish processing him and bringing him back to the Orleans Parish Jail and doing the booking, he will be relocated to the Angola, to our state prison, and it will be flown there sometime later this evening. Thank you.
All right, thank you all for coming out. Let's make a hole over here, please.
Thank you.
All right, just to recap, this is a New Orleans Police Department and joint press conference with a number of different law enforcement agencies talking about and giving details about the arrest of Antoine Massey. He's one of the 10 inmates who escaped from Orleans Justice Center. If you're just joining us, this happened 6 weeks ago now. 10 inmates escaped, and now Antoine Massey is back in custody. And we learned quite a few new details out of this press conference, many of those coming from both the NOPD and the Louisiana State Police, who've been integral in this investigation. But one of the things that we learned is that they do anticipate making more arrests in this situation.
Yeah,
they do anticipate more helpers getting arrested.
U.S. Marshals made a comment, and this is a comment that we were making off camera as they were listening to this press conference. The fact that you can't remain on the run for 6 weeks without receiving any sort of assistance. And we know that there were maybe 1 or 2 people that were arrested early on in this investigation, but I believe that there may be more.
Yes.
Well, I think the total number of people arrested for helping the inmates in some form or another was 16. The state police and U.S. Marshals hinted that there would be obviously the debriefing of Antoine Massey and possible further arrests. Now, what we almost can 100% say for certain is that he did get help. You can't stay out for 6 weeks with a $50,000 reward, very visible tattoos on your face, without someone bringing you food, moving you from location to location. We know he's been to at least a couple, right? And when the state police and U.S. Marshals indicates that they are going to go after everybody involved, you can rest assured that's going to happen. Now, whether that leads to a name and an arrest for an accomplice, yet to be seen, but they've done it 16 times. And mind you, we've seen the bail set in those cases at $1 million and higher.
It has been high.
High bills.
We've been talking up here about this Airbnb situation because Amelia Strahan interviewed the owner of the property where Massey was taken into custody a little while ago. That owner was completely shocked that Massey was in the property. It's a duplex that's in the Holly Grove neighborhood on Strollett Street, but state police saying there that.
So Massey's caught. Massey is caught. Felony Friday. Felony Friday, man. I really thought he was going to be the last one caught. I was wrong. Derrick Groves. It says everybody who lost the bet on Antoine right now, congrats. Happy for you. Nice. Some people legitimately put up money and placed bets. Oh, man. Nah. Have you heard about this, too? This guy apparently killed his nephew. A heated argument over a honey bun ended in tragedy after a man was fatally shot. He fatally shot his own nephew. Michael Crowley lost it when he discovered his uncle, 48 years old, Roderick Crowley, had eaten his honey bun, and things turned deadly. Horrible. Also, Gavin Newsom is suing Fox News for $787 million for defamation over the whole Trump call thing. It's getting petty. It's getting petty. Petty Betty. Oh, man. Felony Friday. All right, guys. I guess that's it for now. But I will check on you later. We'll see what pops off tonight, if anything. This was kind of crazy. What's to say here? Guy in a wheelchair doesn't know if he is dreaming or not. Was that car accident? Oh my God.
Come on. What in the fuck are they doing?
Tick tock, don't stop. Oh. All right, guys, I'm going to head out for now. I will catch you guys later. We'll see what tonight brings, all right? Peace. Bye.